So we're going to go into one player. Now, before we do get started, for starters, timer doesn't start until the character I've selected finishes walking on screen. And the second part is pretty much how we do the run for the game. So basically, when you pick your first character, it automatically it'll randomly determine which of these three of the 5 characters that'll be selected for bosses. So we're picking Slash as our main character. He's going to be doing most of the work for this run. And we're also going to pick Winnie as our second character because selecting her eliminates her from the boss order, and her boss fight is pretty difficult to do. So in other words, your character selection actually affects the routing pretty much for the game as well as the boss that you fight. So in other words, by this selection we fight Kazan first, then Hack, and then Lord J. So without further ado, let's get started. So we're going to skip the map scene that comes up. That's not the part we're going to be worrying about. And go. Ah, crud. Sorry about that. Dang it, what a bad time for my timer not to work. Ah, snap. Come on, live splits, don't do this to me. Okay, there we go. Man, that is not the right way to start anything off. I'm always cursed with a stupid live split. It just, like, decides, oh, hey, we're not going to let you start your timer. Let me make sure everything's set before we do this again. My apologies, folks. I hate when that happens. Oh, my word. Not a way to start anything off. But anyway, I don't have to repeat myself now, so we'll just go ahead and get started. Yeah, it better be a second time as a charm. Fortunately, I'm doing this on a keypad on my computer, so that doesn't help either. But now we're off to the races, as they say. So we're going to be using Slash's dash attack a whole lot. We're not going to be using his chain attack a whole lot either. Yeah, unfortunately my dash didn't want to go through here. Pick up this rock again. Save that for when we get up here. Dang it. Not a good way to start anything off. Oh well. As they say, anything bad can happen, will happen. Oh well, we can rebound. So as you can see, we can use this for OTGs. We're going to be using that a whole lot. Dang it, I got shot the moment I landed. Unfortunately, the enemies get a lot of invincibility in this game. It's just not funny. But anyway, this is the first time we're introducing this run to Retrothon. Aside from the mess up, hopefully we'll have a better outing. And for some odd reason, my dash inputs are not working today. So yeah, technically we're trying not to do hyper throws a whole lot. Unfortunately, that just happens, unfortunately. And I had like a pretty good practice session earlier. Fortunately, I wasn't going to be expecting So yeah, my apologies. So everyone does have an OTG attack. If I can get this one set up. There we go. So it basically just does that. So I just recently discovered I can go to the bottom screen and use that pothole to basically use as an indicator when to jump. Okay, there we go. Technically, I wish there was more chances of getting this underneath 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but we'll have to make do. So we're going to pick up this chicken strip right here for some extra health. Alright, there we go. Yeah, the maze is not very interesting in the international versions, but once you figure that one out, it becomes more easier to memorize. Unfortunately, these gunmen didn't want to cooperate right there, which was pretty bad. These guys cooperated pretty nicely. But anyway, we're not aiming for world records today, so... a little safety net right there. So, unfortunately, I had to change up my strats pretty much for this run, because I've been having a whole lot of problems with flame breath as of late, so... So basically, if we do grab enemies, we try to use the low blow and knock them down. Ooh. Alright, there we go. Wow, I broke out of that for some odd reason. Normally, it's very hard to break out of throws in this game. Alright, not picture perfect, but I'll take it. Oh yeah, indeed. Alright, now we're hoping for a 3 cycle, if we can get it. There we go. That's the first cycle. Shout out to the Noble Boy for discovering that strat. Okay, why am I getting hit? There we go. Unfortunately, M. Bison doesn't do Flame Breath, unfortunately. Now, if we can get this right. Perfect! We got the 3 cycle. Hopefully I won't have to use Flame Breath for the rest of the run now. Alright. Despite some hiccups on stage 1 and not getting the timer to work, we're finally on the roll. Alright, let's skip that. Yeah, hopefully on the next run with Final Fight 2 I won't have any problems with the timer. So anyway, we're going back to using Slash again. In Japan he's really known as Douglas Build, but for some odd reason in this game and Rival Turf, they changed his and Norton's names considerably. Yeah, I thought I wasn't going to be using Flame Breath, but game had other plans. Wow, he didn't want to get up there. We don't want to be using the special a whole lot because unfortunately when you do that, what it does is that you lose your energy. You do get it back though. Now, we're safe on the bottom as long as we don't try to move up or anything. Wow, he just intercepted me there? We also do this too, because that helps. Dang it. All sorts of problems today. Then again, this is a Russian beat game. Alright, so we're coming up to the end of this part. So we're going to try to knock these guys down. Whoa! I was trying to go for the OTG. That didn't work. Believe it or not, Slash's OTG is actually pretty strong. Alright, I'm going to stop that health gain right there, because we are going to take an intentional death in a bit. Meantime, we do want to burn up some of that health. But not enough to the point that we take an intentional death too early than planned. So we want to take an intentional death just before this lift comes to a complete stop. Best time to do that is pretty much when the next set of enemies come out. So we're basically going to position ourselves right here and let the enemies come straight to us. Alright, that's good. I got us the intentional death we planned. Yeah, I want to be very careful there. Yeah, these enemies can be pretty willy sometimes. Alright, we do want to make sure we have 0 lives going into the next area. Let's lure these guys out a bit. Okay. It's a lock game for not being very cooperative. Well, they're going to take some time to cover, so I'll get some damage on them. Oh, I didn't expect that one enemy to die that quick. Yeah, that basically almost does roughly the same amount of damage you would deal with a power bomb, pretty much. I don't care about the leadhead for right now. Okay, that's good. We take an intentional game over, by the way. So we can switch to Kazan here. Alright, that takes care of the helicopter. Now we get to fight the clone of Hack. Now, we take an intentional game over there on purpose so we can switch to Kazan, because we're going to be using him to wipe out all the other bosses. Thanks to this cunning trick. And then we just spam his special. Well, ninjas will always have to have something to attract less noise. Guess sneakers kind of fit the role. Alright, so that takes care of Hack in stage 2. Alright, that takes care of stage 2. We're going to get Hack back. And we're going to be using him for the next part here. Because we're going to be tossing some enemies off the roof. Don't do this in real life. Let's throw these punks out of here. Okay, that was not supposed to happen. Okay. Technically, you're supposed to knock them into the pits. Okay, that's interesting. There we go. That's exactly what you want to do. Okay, he was supposed to be grabbed up front. Get out of here. Dang it, that leadhead grabbed me right off the gate? And of course, thanks to Angry mode, he can literally throw the enemies to the floor and throw them like further distance away. We got that soldier to act up there. Ow! How dare he! Alright, we can finally start throwing some not very cooperative enemies into the pits. Okay, that zero's just not helping. We do need to pick up a little bit of health, though. Okay, that was just wrong. Now I grabbed him up front, so how in the world did I do a suplex? Alright, so down he goes. Alright, off my building. Not gonna bother picking up any health items. Let's do this. And believe it or not, you can literally cancel your grab by doing a jump. That'll let you get right back up. It does give you temporal invincibility when you do that. It's not recommended, though. But it's a good way to cancel back throws, though. Wow, that Phantom didn't want to die there. Well, anyway, these Phantoms are actually related to the bosses from the first game, the Slashers. So, believe it or not, in all three games, they make reappearances under different names. Alright, let's throw them all out of there. I'm going to take an intentional death. And we do need to weaken Hack up because we're going to take a game over on the next screen. Oops, didn't mean to pause there. Unfortunately, the real problem is that when you try to hit start when you're respawning your character, it does cause your game to freeze up when you hit pause, especially at the wrong time. Alright, good work. Alright, that's 3 right there. Man, my double tap inputs don't want to go through today. Alright. Let's do this. Alright. Yeah, I don't want to be doing all those attacks. That butch just some butches do love to do jump attacks and all sorts of crazy stuff. Alright, there we go. Wow, that's a first. Never seen a chain attack stop that. Alright, we got through that part. Alright. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Barry KN9. He was the one to discover this upcoming strat. So normally we would have to go through multiple floors, but thanks to him, we don't have to do that now. So basically, we just go one floor down, we go the next two up, and then we go the next two down in that order. So this basically saves a ton of time and actually reduces the overall time to way less than it used to be. Of course, this run used to be about at least 40 minutes long for world record. And thanks to that strat, plus some of the stuff that Noble Boy and Funk Doc discovered, we can now literally reduce this time down to almost around 35 to 33 minutes. Of course, Noble Boy has the world record for this round, 33 minutes, I believe. Now I have to use the special to weaken my character on purpose, and that's to pretty much make sure that we get ourselves an intentional death. We do want to make it all the way to the end of Stage 3, but we want to set up another game over so we can switch to Kazan and take out Lord J. Now for the rest of the others, we just go down 2 floors down. And we'll be out of this area pretty quickly. Now, for some odd reason, when you hold down the buttons for the elevator controls, you will lose energy. That actually does work to your favor, since we're taking intentional deaths. Alright, good. That works. Him. Luckily all of them have pretty low health. Ooh, didn't jump in time. Okay, Cyber Slider, stop doing that. Alright, we do want to get rid of some of these enemies here. Dang it. How did I get knocked down by this bush here? Okay, there we go. Good thing about Kazan and Hack is that their chain attacks are very consistent, so that helps us take them down in multiple groups pretty faster. I mean, pretty much fast, but problem is that Kazan is not very strong. I mean, Kazan's strong attacks, as far as I know, is his special and his jump attack, but overall, outside of Angry Mode Hyper Throw, he doesn't really have very strong attacks. Alright, Kazan takes out Lord J clone. That takes care of all the clones. Alright, so anyway, we're getting ready for the Adler, the airship that we're going to be on for the next stage. And this is by far the roughest area in the entire game. Alright, so right now we're going to be switching... Ah, dang it, I didn't mean... I meant the dash and it just did not want to work today. As long as your feet are right near the enemy's feet, you can like literally do that to them. There we go. Against our other Phantom. We do want to make sure we don't take an intentional death here, because we do have a long ways to go, and we want to be doing pretty darn well when we get to near the end of the stage. That gets right on. Okay, he should have done that. What the? That boot should have hit him. I don't know what happened there. But that was pretty nasty there. Okay, that should not have happened. Okay, there we go. I might be continuing whether I want to or not. So I'm gonna have to wait until he gets out. Yeah, a lot of these enemies do have like tons of health. I have to stand right there so I can not have to worry about moving further. Alright, so we got a health first aid box coming up. I'm gonna take that as we go. Alright, we got this next part. All of them have invincibility, so when they start attacking, that's when they start doing that too. Alright, there we go. Ooh. Luckily, all the enemies that drop down from the ceiling actually have less health, but... Ooh. Alright, so far so good. Alright, we do have a health pickup, but this is not looking good, unfortunately. Set that up for an extra defense measure. Hopefully all of them came after me, but... Well, somehow I got through that part. Don't know how, but I'll take it. Dang, that didn't give me a chance to actually do anything there. We got a drop kicking Butch here. Yeah, this part right here is pretty nasty overall. Thankfully, that's the last of the enemies. But yeah, the next one's just about as rough. Ooh. Wish I was a little bit more better with the special, but oh well. Just gotta take what you get, right? Alright, here we go. Yeah, that machine's used to create all those clones there. Wow, I don't even know how I dodged that one there. Yeah, no shoulder charge for you. Now, you can't break out of back throws, but I don't know what the actual proper button sequence for that would be. There we go. Oh yeah, we gotta take an intentional death coming up. 2 of them, actually. There we go. Now we gotta make sure we survive until it's time to take an intentional death. Alright, now we take an intentional death. Fortunately, this is also going to be our last one, too, since we're out of continues at this point. Yeah, that's a trick that Funk Doc tried to use on the boss coming up. But basically what you try to do is pin them to the wall, then use Kazan's Slide. It doesn't do like a ton of damage, but it actually lets you get like cheap damage as it progresses. Now all we have to do here is just use Kazan's Special until we drop his HP down. That should be it. Yeah, that's going to probably finish me. That's fine. And time's going to be after my character does his win pose. Alright. This might be a new PB. Alright. 3509. Ooh, not bad. Actually, I got a new PB the other day, 2 days ago for either 3512 or 14, but this is actually a way better improvement. Oh, man. Again, my apologies for what happened at the start. I didn't realize my timer had not worked, and that was kind of my fault there. But anyway, thank you all for the GGs. Anyway, Final Fight 2 is coming up next. I'll be switching on over from the Nintendo Switch back to the Wii U for the to get to the Wii VC version of Final Fight 2. So, and thank you for the congratulations as well. Much appreciated. Let me see if I got the word. I'm not really sure if I'm giving the